In this video, which is I think the video number 4 of our series, I'm going to introduce a character to our animation. So here in the background you see what we have done so far playing, and I'm just going to stop the animation before our frame rate drops even further. That's basically what we get. Oh yeah, and if I run it too fast, of course it all explodes. But basically we just have a bit of a smoke, we have a floaty building and some landscape. So now it's time to add a character in here. So here I'm just going to minimize all of these, and I'll actually hide the building for now, just to make it less heavy on my screen. So we just have this kind of a landscape plane. Maybe I should even hide the ground for now as well. There we go. So we just have quite an empty scene. To start off, I will be using DAZ 3D Studio, or DAZ Studio, which is a free program that you can use to get access to a lot of different figures and so on. It's really great. I suggest using it. Why not? You know, it's free. So I'll go here to figures, people, and let's go for a female. And I'll just find, let's say, Genesis 8 basic female, or Genesis 8 female development load. I'll just use this one for now. Just double click on that and it opens up here. Okay, super. So we have our figure here, and I will actually save it. Save. And you can see I already did some tests here to make sure that everything works for this video, but I will just create a new file and I'll call it lady T pose. You know, just lady pose SD, and also I will just give it a number, like let's say 1. I'll just save that file. There's one more thing that I need to do in DAZ before I can import it into Blender, and it's I need to go to File and choose Export JSON Data, and you won't be able to find it if you haven't installed a plugin for both Blender and DAZ, which is some sort of a DAZ to Blender export, or I don't remember how it's called, but it's basically a plugin which lets you transfer all of the characters or all of the figures very easily between DAZ Studio and Blender. Just Google it and you'll definitely find it. So I'll just export this JSON file here, hit save, file saved, hit OK, and now back in Blender, I will import it. And to do that, I will hit N, I'll find my DAZ tab. So again, this is a add-on, a plugin that's installed. I'll hit import DAZ file, or actually I should probably, let me cancel that. I will create a new collection and I'll just call it lady1. There we go. And now in this collection I will import DAZ file, and now I need to find where the hell it is. Oh man, I think it's in Documents, DAZ 3D Studio, My Library, Scenes, Lady Pose 1 def. So it doesn't matter which one of these you choose. I'll just choose this one. All of this seems to be okay. Do I need environment? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll just import DAZ file. There we go, and let me quickly zoom into it. Frame selected. There we go. We have our figure here. Super. So now I want to, animate it because it's kind of weird. Well, I could kind of find a nice camera angle and, work with this, but I want it to be animated, right? So to animate this, I will go back to DAZ, and here I will in the bottom, there is the timeline tab and animate light tab. So I'll go for animate light, and I'll find here, instead of walks, or actually, yeah, let's do walks. So I'll find under animate, I'll find walks, and these are different walks that, that the character can do. So I can make her go forward, start the walk. Some of them are, not ideal for this particular Genesis 8 model, so it looks like that. But others are, I think, quite good. So that's forward in one cycle. Okay, that's perfect. I will just drag the animation in here, and actually let me add a few more cycles, perhaps 2 or 3. And I'm not sure how this works, so let me just control. Let me just pan the camera and just see if we press play, if the animation kind of continues. It's a little bit funky, but we'll make it work. That's fine. So once you have imported oh, by the way, and you can make her turn. Well, perhaps not like that. Maybe like that, right? You can make her turn and continue walking and so on. Stop, and you can make her stop the walk, for instance, like so. So I can show you again. She's walking, and then she stops, right? But I don't need that part. Oh crap! Don't need that part, so I'll just how do I? Yeah, there we go. Oh, nope. Delete that. Select these. Move them here. Double check. Everything seems to be okay. And I'll just right-click anywhere on my Animate Line tab and choose to bake to Studio keyframes. Hit yes. Then I can come back to my timeline, and I can see I have 180 frames of this figure walking. That's perfect. And I can, I can change the body pose and so on in DAZ, but this is not a DAZ workflow preview, so I will actually keep the average body. And now when I have this animation here, I'll do the same. I'll just hit export. I'll choose, sorry, not hit export. I'll hit save as scene, and I'll choose lady walking 1. Hit save. I'll as well go to file, export JSON data, same name, hit save. Yeah. Now go back to Blender, and here in Blender, under my DAZ tab, I can go to, was it in utilities? No, it was in settings. No, it wasn't. I don't remember. Yeah, under posing, instead of import pose, I'll choose import action. Import action, and then I will go to, again, to the documents, DAZ 3D, studio, my library, scenes, lady walking 1, and I'll just import action like that. So now, as I did that, my lady walks. Super. So we have that going on. Let me just double check if it's clunky or not. And the bones are kind of in the way, but the nice thing is that you can, move all of these bones around and kind of make it work quite nicely. Oh, actually, can we turn on the smoke? I just want to see the scale of the smoke. Oh, we'll be able to do some cool, yeah. So I'm happy. I'm gonna do some cool angles with the smoke there. But not yet. For now, we still hide the smoke. And this character is cool and all. but the face is very generic, so I want to hide the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import a helmet and use the helmet for to cover up the head. So I'll go import obj, and I believe I have a helmet here. Yes, it's here. Import. That is a very large helmet, and also I'm in a pose mode, which is not ideal. So let me undo that. And instead of pose mode, I'll just go back to object mode, like that. Try again, file, import, obj, helmet, import object. Well, at least now I'm in object mode, so I will just scale down this helmet to fit. Let's do it in the X view or front view. Scale down with S, G to grab, R to rotate, zoom in, G to grab, S to scale, S to scale, and I'll kind of position the helmet like so, I believe. Let me go to wireframe view to just check, double check, the positioning and the scale. The nose is a little bit awkward. The helmet can be a bit smaller. Something like that, I think, is a-okay. Let me see. Oh, that's a rendered view. Let me see with this. View, where are we? View, frame selected. I'm just double checking if nothing is sticking out. And it doesn't seem like anything is sticking out from the geometry of the helmet. Super. Okay, so we have a helmet on the head. There's a problem, and this is the problem. To fix this problem, I need to lock the helmet to the head, right? Technically, you could do that with collision detection and, body collisions, but that would just destroy my computer. So instead, I'm going to do what any sane person would do and actually lock the helmet to one of the bones in this body. So to do that, I will select the helmet. I'll go to, where is it? Object constraints, I believe. Yes, it is in the object constraints. Add object constraint, and I'll choose child off. Child off, and then it asks me for a target. And I will just, or actually, can I just do this? Target, and I'll choose Genesis 8 female. I believe you need to use Genesis 8 female, not Genesis 8 female .001. I don't remember, but I think that's the one that you want to use. Like that. And then it asks me which bone would I like to use. So I will just click on that and find the head bone, the skull, I guess. I'll find that, and then it messes up, as you can see here. Oh no, it's far away. If we press play, it kind of works, right? The helmet is following the head, but not ideally. So we need to fix this. And to fix this, you might think that you just grab the helmet and move it here, but it's not that simple, or rather it's even more simple. You just click on set inverse, and it just snaps into place. And now if we press play, ta-da! Super. So now we have a lady, and we have a helmet for the lady. Let me minimize the scent. That's my bad. The helm goes here. This is just me cleaning up, so don't mind this part. And this one is called just Lady 1. And I'll just call this helm lady 1. Since our file is getting bigger, I want to have everything organized as much as possible. Okay, so we have this. Right now, I don't really care about all of the bones. It's cool that they're here, but right now I don't really need to see them. So I'll go here to Genesis 8 female. I'll find the bones, the armature. Click on the bone icon, or click on the pose icon. Click on the bone icon. Oh no. Where was it? Now I'm messing up. Or was it here? No, it wasn't here. So it needs to be here and under, yeah, there we go. So it's not the bone, it's actually the object data properties under just Genesis 8 female. And I'll just untick the in front option. So now the bones are kind of hidden. Once I've done that, I can go back here like that. Super. Actually, let's go to object mode. So now when I press play, this happens. That's super. 12 frames per second is not ideal, but that's actually fine. And we have some frames going on. Actually, why don't I see the frames? I want to see the frames. Later. For now, let's do the fun stuff, and then we'll do the boring stuff. So the fun stuff is, of course, making it pretty, right? Shading everything. So I'll select the body here, and I'll go to materials, and you can see that by default, every single part of the body has a material assigned to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove all of them, just like that. I want a single material for the whole body and a separate material for the helmet. So for now, just a new slot, or rather new material, and I'll call this Lady 1 material, and let's go to shading to create it. Like that. Let's zoom in here. Turn on rendered view. We can get away with this. Like that. Looks great, but we don't need principled. Instead, I will use, and I've been doing this for quite a while now, so I'll be fast. Diffuse right here. Color ramp. And we need a shader to RGB. There we go. So we just connect it like so, come on, like so, and nothing changes, of course. But now I can change this to constant, and I can bump it back here until we have something like this going on. So we have a tone material going on here. And perhaps we want to do something like this. And this is not black, this is rather kind of mid-gray. And I want an outline. So I will do Fresnel here with IOR of 1.4, perhaps something like that. Another color ramp for copy paste for the Fresnel. Let me just copy it here. How does it look like? I actually want to see. Oh yeah, right. My bad. This one needs to be black because we're going to use Fresnel as a mask for what's an outline and what's the outline and what's the the fill or the inline. That's not a word. But you get what I mean. So let me just slide this until I'm satisfied with how the outline looks like. This looks good, I think. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, so right now I want to create a new node which is called mix. I think there's a shortcut for doing it, but who cares? I'll use my Fresnel, or rather my color ramp, as a factor for mixing. And I'll be mixing, I never remember. Let me do this blue and this one red. Okay, so red color needs to be the shaded, the fill, and the blue color is the actual outline, which is going to be black. And let me unselect that and just double check how it looks like, and it looks super. We get the outline, we get the shadow. The shadow is a little bit, should we make it a little bit brighter? No, for now I'll keep it. So we have this going on. And that's our lady one material. For the helmet, I kind of want to do the same thing. So I'll select the helmet, I'll delete its material, I will choose lady one. There we go, this material here. And instead I will click on this, wait, no, not this. How do you copy it? I don't know how to copy it. Oh no. Can I just rename it? No. Display number of users of this data. Click to make a single user copy. Nice. So I just click that and click that icon, and now I can rename this lady one helmet. Okay, so with this helmet, let's mess around a little bit. Oh, and we'll need to fix the shading. Let's fix the shading first. So I could either do this, which is hard shading, or smooth shading, like that. Smooth shading messes up on hard edges, hard shading messes up on smooth edges. The problem is that I have both hard and soft edges, right? By the way, I can show you how smooth shading looks like here. So I need something in between, and I can do that by, oh god, if I now remember, wait, how is it called? Smart shading, I believe. If I select my helmet and I go to object data properties and I go to normals, yeah, auto smooth, right? If I go to normals here, I can tick mark auto smooth and then change up the angle, which doesn't do anything for some reason. What the heck? Do I need to shade smooth? And now change, oh yeah, okay, so I need to shade it smooth and now change the angle. And as you can see, as I'm changing the angle, it's kind of shading it, right? Maybe this is easier to see. Angle 0, right? Looks like that. And as I'm increasing the angle, the creases are disappearing. So auto smooth is very, very good. I will do something like 30 and call it a day, even though here there are some issues, but we don't care. We just ignore them. Let's see what we can do with this lady one helmet. First of all, I want this to be kind of funky. Can it have a bling? I want it to have a white outline, not a black outline. That's the first thing. And the outline should be pretty thin, and it's hard to see it now, so let me change this white to pink. No, that's too intense. Less saturation. Oh, let's go to RGB. Only red and less of it, like that. Can we? I'm just messing around. I could spend like hours on this, just trying to work it out. And then make this darker, like that. That looks good, right? I think that looks good, but maybe this one can be almost black, like that, and this one can be a bit more intense and also a bit more darker. Yeah, that's a nice helmet right there. I think that looks super. And actually, let me right click on this body and just shade smooth, just in case if I forgot it. And this seems to be quite a nice shading solution. All right, we have it working, and for some reason here it's working horribly. Oh, that's because, yeah, okay. Walk. Okay, that's nice. What did I want to do before the boring part? I said we were gonna do something boring. I forgot what that's gonna be. Oh no. Is it something important? Probably nothing important if I can't remember. Or I will remember and then I will add it to the end of the video. Okay, so now we're kind of done with the simulation, or not simulation, animation. The lady is walking. We can also add smoke here. There we go. The lady is walking and the smoke is flowing. It's all cool. And where's the freaking... No, stop. And also I want to see the ground. Oh, right. The ground is doing that. Should I fix it now or later? Perhaps I will fix the ground part later. That's... Oh, right, the keyframes. Almost forgot. It's the keyframes that I'm interested in. Where's the freaking build? Oh, there is the building. Okay. So there's a few things to do. First things first, controlling the keyframes. So let me hide everything and just hide the smoke, hide the metal ball. Just choose the lady. Just the pose, or is it the model? It's not the model. Animation, female. And we're in freaking edit mode for some reason. Sometimes this happens to me, and I never know what's up with that, because it seems like camera action, main action, but there's no keyframes that are being saved for the lady itself, which is fine. I mean, I can use it from zero. I just want to know why. And probably I shouldn't do this during the video, but what can I say? Oh, now it's here. So okay, unselect necessitate female. So it's not that one that gives me not that one. Is it this one? No. Who are you? What are you? Okay, so it's neither one of those. For some reason, when I selected it, it worked. Anyway, okay, sure, I will just select it in the viewport. So here you can see the keyframes. Super. That means we can just grab them and move them here, right? And then the lady will start walking from frame 50, which I guess is something that we want to do. Maybe not frame 50, or perhaps, yeah, maybe something like this. We just want to have a head start with the camera before the lady starts moving. Either way, at least the keyframes work, kinda. I still have no idea why they popped up now, but at least they work, which is great. And now let's go back to layout, press play, lady waits and then starts moving. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because the smoke, I just want to give a little bit of time for the smoke to gather before the lady actually starts moving. Okay, so we have that done. Now I will test out one thing, and it might not work, and those of you who know how this thing works will laugh at me, but I just want to double check. I will create an empty, just a regular empty, and I will item, I will just zero it out like that, right on the feet of this lady. And I will choose, can I just select everything, select objects? I will choose everything except the empty, and then I will actually choose the empty and I will parent it. Control P, I think. Set parent to object. Does it now mean that I can, ooh, that's a weird thing going on. So, okay, we will not parent it. Instead, we will, okay, Control Z. I should stop doing these things where I'm just trying out. Can I just delete empty and create a new one? Yes, I can. And zero it out. I should stop trying these things during the videos, because then you can all see how shit I am at this, but what can you do? Let's try again with just the Genesis 8 female model. Yeah. And, or rather, not just, can I just choose unselect, select, and parent this one to the empty. Control P, object. Okay. And now it works. Okay, so the real question is, if I press play, yes, it works. Okay, great. So that means I can move this animation anywhere I want now. And I'm doing that because my freaking landscape, that's not my landscape, that's my landscape. My ground was way up, and now I can move it way down. And actually I can just place this animation anywhere I want. So let's just see. The smoke is there, and the building is there. So I definitely want, I don't want to see the building in this particular shot, but I do want to see the smoke, and I want to be, do I want to be closer to the smoke or further? Let's see this one play out. Lady is moving there, smoke is moving there, that's great. Yeah, I think that's actually good. Okay, so I'll just grab in Z and just make sure that the empty is located properly, and then run the animation. The feet are sliding just a tiny bit, which sucks, but other than that, I call this a success. And this one is a short one. Oh yeah, and we keep exploding the smoke. And I'll keep, lady one empty. There we go. So, what do we do now? Now we create a camera, as per usual. So Shift A, actually let me make this my active view, not view, active collection. Shift A, oh crap, no, I accidentally, when you do this within the scene collection dialog, it expands everything, and I think it's Alt A to contract everything, but I don't want to risk it. So in the viewport, Shift A, camera, great. Then call this camera 3, make it my active camera, and then I will go to view, where is it? Align view, align align active camera to view, like that. Let's not do that and instead do this and just see how it looks like. That's a very boring shot, I think. So let's make it more interesting. And how do we do that? We zoom in. Let me create a new window, and this one is just gonna be that. Select the camera, grab and kind of move it in X direction, I believe. Yeah, just zoom in closer, grab and move it in Y direction. So this is where the animation ends, right? So I want it to be like that, and also I want to grab and move it up like that. Okay, how does it look like now? That's a bit better. Okay, so now I'll go to my camera, properties, and I'll scroll down until I see passport. I don't know how to call it. Passport, I guess. And I'll just increase the opacity to 1, just to not see any funky stuff around, so that I can see the actual focus of the camera. I'll join areas to the right. Okay, let's see our beautiful video. Yeah, I think that's great. And I will now render this out. Or actually, do we change the... Perhaps we change the light a little bit. Because I probably want rotate Z, and I want the light to be from the back, right? I'm just now thinking about composition. Back to camera, play. That seems good. So that the cloud does that, and then this is the shadow. The shadow is a bit off. Rotate Z. We could do a rim line, but I don't actually want to do that. Come on, rotate. Just rotate. What if we do something a little bit more like that? Try again. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Do we call it a day, or do we do anything else with it? That's the question. No, let's wrap up for this time. So to kind of wrap it up, DAZ 3D, really powerful tool. You know, to do all sorts of crazy stuff with your animations and with your characters. Really suggest you check it out, and you can actually, if I Google for you, DAZ to Blender. That's not how you write Blender. DAZ to Blender. There you go. DAZ importer version 1.4. You just download the zip file right here. You follow the instructions. There's documentation, there's tutorials, there's everything that you need to know. And once you have it done, then you can have any kind of animation. And by the way, just while we're at it, you can always go here on the right hand side, and for instance, what can I do here? Oh, not much, huh? I can change the head type. I can make the head like that. Right, which is kind of weird, I know, but you can create lashes. You can mouth realism. What the heck? Okay, this one is a bit weird, but let me choose Genesis 8 basic female just to show you what I mean. So with this shaping, we can go for full body, real world, and then, you know, bodybuilder style, for instance, right? So you can really shape, you know, you can really shape your character in any way you want. There's a bunch of preset ones, for instance, this actor right here. Wait. That's weird. Why does it look like that? Oh, and also it comes with predetermined materials, which you can also use. Anyway, I'm just showing you stuff, so I should stop. Animation works. I will render it out and probably add it to the end of the video or not. Maybe I'll add something else to the end of the video. But for now, we're done. And next time we will be doing some, not post-processing, but some final touches to the animation scene, and that is going to be it. I will be uploading the final animation in a few weeks. So hope you found this either enjoyable or helpful, or even better, both. Please subscribe if you did, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.